In this video, I review Azuki in terms of a post-reveal analysis. We have a look at what happened during reveal, what I think is going to happen afterwards. Also, I'm going to drop a lot of alpha. I'm going to talk about some other big collections, much like Azuki, much like Hate Beast, that are dropping in the next few weeks to see if you guys can get in there early and maybe still try and grab a whitelist spot, or at least have a clear plan when it comes to trading those collections on the secondary market. So I'm going to start with Azuki, and this did really well during reveal, and I'm pretty certain I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight because I completely missed out on this. And it's really annoying, and there was two main reasons for that. One is life gets in the way. I wish I was 10 years younger, where I was just playing computer games all the time and I could just sit, lock the room and just be trading NFTs all night long. But unfortunately, I can't do that anymore. And the other reason is I was having some issues with tools when it comes to kind of linking up with OpenSea. But how did it go? So let's just have a look at pre-reveal first. And I'm just going to show you some of the kind of artwork here as well. It performed very well before reveal. You can see here, let me just zoom out about 7 days just to show you the kind of price trends going into the reveal. And you can see they were holding at about 2.5. It actually went up. We had a slight dip before reveal, which is completely normal. So there was potential to flip beforehand as well. I never really got involved because the price kind of got away from me already. And I don't like to chase tops here, to be honest with you, because it's just not worth the risk. But this one, what's really cool is 5% royalty fees. So if you're flipping this particular collection, there's less in terms of commissions you have to pay. That obviously all of that eats out of your profit margins. But when it came to reveal, this was really cool. And you could see immediately here. So let me just go back kind of 4 hours. As soon as it revealed, completely normal. Floor drops doesn't mean a thing. So if you wanted to, what I often do in these collections, in some other bigger collections when I've traded them during reveal, don't need any tools for this at all. Just try and take one of the floor ones as it drops and bases. You're not going to get your entry perfect, but anywhere near the low twos would have been fine. And then I think we got the price up to about 3.3 floor there. And with a 5% royalty, that's all. You would have made good money just buying one or maybe two at the floor. That would have been low risk for me, because buying this project for 2 ETH sounded in the moment very cheap. And I'll tell you more about why in just a minute. But that would have been the trade. If I'm being really honest, when I was actually watching some of the activity and I was glancing here and there to see what was going on, it would have been even quite difficult to actually buy these on OpenSea. We would have needed to actually snipe them using some sort of bot. And there are many out there. People keep asking all the time on my videos, like what software are you using? I mean, if it's ranking software and stuff like that, it's Super C. So this is, you have to buy the NFT Super C to get into this. I think the cost right now is 0.8 ETH or something like that. None of the tools that actually work and make you a lot of money are cheap. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. But there are a lot of new ones out at the moment. I think there's ERC Sniper, Trait Sniper, Cyberbox. There's always new ones coming out. A lot of people who are launching Discords where they're providing kind of alpha knowledge. They're also adding loads of tools as well. So keep your eyes and ears open. There'll always be new tools out there. Some of them that are just testing or in beta that you can get a little bit cheaper. But the main ones are the bots, where when something comes up on the activity tab, like let me just show you here. So if something's coming up live, wow, right now people are, you see that same buyer? That's Genie Sweep, I think. So somebody's literally sweeping the floor at 2.9 and stuff. So this project's going to do really well. I'm probably going to be crying for a few days. But anyway, listings, if you look on here, so these that are just popping up. So if you see anything around floor price, but it's reasonably rare, I mean, that's a really good price. Looking back at how the collection went. So that's 5.5. And this was just a few seconds ago. That's probably already sold, to be honest. But this is actually not a bad price at all. And somebody, I think, is just trying to flip this as well. They just bought it for 5. But the problem is, after it's been a few hours, the rares are not the really good ones to go for. It's actually better to go for the floor ones. It's better to sell the rares in the first few hours. But basically, this is one type of trade. You trade off the floor during a reveal. Then the other one is you let all the dust settle over a day or two, and then you start buying floor as well. But in terms of the rares, let's have a look at those. By the way, if you're new, this is called ic.tools. It's just analysis software where I can see literally all of the trades printed on here, so I can get a better idea. If I click on outliers, this is where it was painful. As soon as it launched round 8, look how many transactions we've had over the 5 ETH mark, 10 ETH mark, and even 20 ETH mark. Like, this is literally a CloneX right here. a lot of trades over, which means all of these were rares, which you could have bought at the beginning here for 4 or 5. I'm sure there's examples of this. Let's just randomly click on some of these just to see if these were flipped. So some of these, I'm just having a quick look. This was 8 days ago. Somebody had brought pre-reveal. This one also from Mint. So none of these, but I'm sure people were flipping here. This one was actually happened to be pre-reveal. So some of these people just get lucky. And that's the other thing with these big collections is sometimes if you want to hold into reveal, it's worth the risk if you have 2, 3 or 4, as long as you don't mind a dip, because you saw the dip there. Because it's such a strong collection, you're not really losing out pre or post reveal. Yes, we had a dip, but then it picked back up quickly. And if you were willing to wait, even if you didn't have a rare, you could sell around this 3 and above 3 mark, and you probably would have made profit, whatever you bought for pre-reveal. That's why these are so strong. And that's why some of the ones I'm going to discuss in this very video, I'm going to discuss a few collections coming up for you that are very, very similar to this type of collection in terms of hype, quality, and potential prices as well. So don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, if any of you are going to be crying yourself to sleep as well because of anything you've missed out on today, hit the like button, comment below as well, and tell me about it. But even if you look at this, I mean, this, whoever you are, you've done really well on here. But if you add up, if you do the maths on this, 18, 19 ETH in terms of profit, that's a lot of money. You can buy you might not be able to buy a brand new Lamborghini, but it's definitely a used Audi R8, maybe the 5.2 V10 version for about $65,000, something like that. That's still pretty decent. And that's off one flip. And like I said, I'm sure, I've not looked through all of them, but I'm sure other people would have been doing what I usually do, which is flip during reveal. Buy rares and just flip them for more money. So a lot of outliers in this, which is a very, very good sign. So going forward, what do I think is going to happen? Well, usually what happens, this one is particularly strong, so it's even surprising me, but usually what would happen is as more supply comes on, as more and more people list, so you can easily check that if you just go to the main page of the collection, and you can see here in terms of total 10,000, click on buy now, and let's see how many are listing, probably 2,000 or something. Yeah, 2,000. So that's very, very typical. About 2,000 listed at the moment. Now, more and more people are going to come, see the high prices, list theirs, especially the ones that are not got really high rankings and stuff. And possibly we could get a dip again. And I will be involved if we get that. If we do get a nice dip back down over the next 12 to 24 to 48 hours, something back down to 2-ish, I will buy a couple off floor and see if they pump up, or even if they dip to 2.5, you just have to analyze, see how the chart's going. But this is a very, very, very strong collection. So actually tomorrow UK time, when it's early and the people in the US haven't woken up as yet, I'm going to be looking to see if I can still do some rare flips, because some people haven't even listed theirs yet. So you still might get rares listed for just above floor price. So there's still potential in this. And don't just think just because reveal's gone now, all of the volume's gone and stuff, and there's no potential. In good quality collections, you can still make money. In the trash collections that are just going downwards, like Oxia, it's impossible to make money. So all you have to do is you just click on the leaderboard here. You can see already people are making a lot of profit. And some of them are making them on obviously multiple trades. Maybe they bought before reveal and bought a whole batch of them. But some of them is only over 2 or 3 trades. So likely there are people who are actually flipping these NFTs at the moment for good profits. So that's kind of how it works during a reveal. But let's talk about a few collections. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Coinbase NFT. Follow them. That would be my advice. At some point, not in the too distant future, they're going to drop something huge that's going to shake up the NFT market, in my opinion. Obviously, more than likely, it's just going to be competitor to OpenSea, but there may be many, many other things that they're offering. And we've seen so many free airdrops and stuff like that. Make sure you follow them. They're doing these weird crypto messages at the moment, and that's fair enough, but just wait until they actually confirm something. Even now, if you click on the link, you can go to the page where you can register and join on a waitlist. I don't even know what waitlist is for, but I still registered for it because potentially these could be airdrops, referral links, who knows? So I would suggest doing that. Now, in terms of the upcoming ones I wanted to discuss, again, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to discuss more later this week as well. But these are the big ones. You just got to be following. So any of these good quality collections with massive following, and also the ones that have been planning carefully, patiently planning their drop for months and months, whilst Other people are using their name and scamming people and stuff like that. That's exactly what happened with Hatebeast. But these ones are going to do very, very well. I'm not going to waste time and give you lectures about exactly what this project is, because it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you this project is really good. Keep a close eye on it. If any of these projects I'm discussing, you can still try and get on a whitelist. You can go into the Discord and do all of the giveaways. Do it. All of these big ones, they do giveaways from time to time. So every few days, they'll be offering free whitelist spots and stuff like that. Just enter everything. Enter all the competitions, because honestly, one NFT here, especially if you hit a rare or something, could be worth a lot of money. Literally, might be able to buy a house with it and stuff. So I would advise doing that. Very easy to just follow them, enter competitions for free. Next one, Pixelmon. Same thing. Massive, massive project that's going to be dropping very soon. So keep an eye on it. Do all of the easy stuff. So all of the giveaways, raffles, stuff like that. Follow them. Make sure you're following their Discord for any kind of updates. So same situation with them. Next one, the Cryptoids. This could be one a little bit more affordable. I'm very, very into the kind of gaming NFTs at the moment, but only if they have a decent following and there's going to be enough hype when it comes to the market. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not really trading for long-term positions at the moment, because in my opinion, it's not worth it. Statistically speaking, if you look at all of the NFT launches, the decent quality ones over the last 3-4 months, they've all had pumps for a few weeks and then they just die off. And your money's not being put to good use by holding, for example, a Primate. If I go onto Primates now, like I don't hold any of these, but I did a lot of trading in these, as I've kind of discussed on the channel. These are at a floor price of, I think, 1.6 now. Let me just show you on the chart here. And let's go back 30 days. And you can see now the floor price relatively stable, but they're just not doing anything. There's no volume, no pump, no interest. People moving on to the current big collections. So you don't want to be holding on for weeks to months with your cash tied up, hoping for something to happen. That's not a great way to make money, where I've just shown you on Azuki, people are making so much money during just a reveal. You could literally buy, you don't even have to have bought in beforehand, for example. And I know these are expensive ones, but I'm just telling you, that's the way you should kind of approach this. Be thinking short term. You might not always hear that in social media when it comes to NFTs, but honestly, short term is what will save you in your account and help you build the cash flow. Next one, so apart from Cryptoids, follow them, do all of the free giveaways and stuff like that. Tron Wars, same thing, follow them, do all of the giveaways and stuff like that. This again could be a massive one, and the date of drop is approaching very, very soon. And by the way, in case you're wondering, literally all of these bigger collections now, again, even me as an influencer with my channel, I still have to try and catch them on the early side. Otherwise, there's no way to get through to them. But I'm trying my best for all my viewers here on YouTube, my followers on Twitter as well. Make sure you're following me. I'll put the link in the description below. And of those of you who are already members of my NFT Wizards trading community, and by the way, we do have a live active Discord with that as well. So if you enroll in the program, you will get access to the private Discord. But I'm trying my best for all of the communities to try and get whitelist spots, free NFTs, whatever I can, so I can give them away. So keep an eye out for those as well, because I will be doing more giveaways. That's it for this one. Thanks for listening.